What's everybody been up to today? What's everybody been doing today? How's everybody doing? Come on in. This is Scotty coming to you live tonight. Come on over to the country. Is that how we say it? Come on over to the country. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find some good cards here to play. Been kind of tough right now. Fix y'all up here and get y'all set up on the where y'all can watch me. Set y'all back up around here. There we go. There I am. Okay, so everything's showing up. Let's see if any of my shows came on last night or today. I don't know what was or not. How you guys out there doing today? Did a lot of y'all go back to work today? Or y'all still kind of off deal? I used to work at a plant. We made bathtubs called Aquaglass. And then Masco bought us out. Trying to see if my show came on or not. But when we got off for no, nothing new. Okay. So when we got off for Christmas, it was actually 2 weeks that we got off. We was off for the Christmas, and we didn't go back until January the 2nd or January the 3rd, whatever your shift fell on. There was like 4 12-hour shifts. So we would fall back onto whatever shift we needed to fall back on. But we'd be down. A lot of us would take the layoff, and a lot of us would do what they call cleanup, because a lot of us didn't want to be off the whole entire 2 weeks. So they have what we call a cleanup crew, and they would just come in on their days off and just clean. And the place always needs to be cleaned. All old stuff needs to be tore out. New stuff needs to be replaced, and all kind of stuff happens throughout the 2 weeks that the plant shuts down. It's a lot of upkeep to it. So now there's after they sold it to Masco, Masco was our competitors, and they just shut us down. So um, I actually like that. I've always actually took the 2 weeks off. Um, I didn't care too much about the cleaning process. I think I've only worked it one time, I think. Other than that, I was off the rest of it. Um, it really wasn't that bad of a job cleanup, but sometimes you get into the messy stuff, and that's where messy stuff makes a mess out of you and makes a good day go bad. And then if it was hardened up too hard, like fiberglass, if it was hard to rot, um, even bobcats and stuff couldn't get in there to break it up. You'd have to. It was crazy, but you'd have to get in there with chisels and hammers and sledgehammers and a bobcat, of course. So I am trying to get up and see what everybody's doing. I've only got one viewer so far, but I've only been on here 8 minutes already. Um, mm-hmm. I'm trying to see if any of my shows had came on, and so far I've got none. None so far. All right, Kay Calver has subscribed with Prime at this minute. All right, appreciate that. Twitch Prime. All right, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Uh, no worries. Did you have a good Thanksgiving, man? Did you have a good Christmas and Thanksgiving? Are you ready for New Year's? Man, we had a good Thanksgiving. We had ourselves a good Christmas, and yeah, from the UK. All right. We don't celebrate the Thanksgiving, but I know you had to celebrate Christmas. I think everybody celebrates that. But yeah, we had a good Christmas. I think the most important around Christmas time is not about the gift of giving. It's the gathering that matters the most. Um, it's the gathering, where you get to be around people. Um, it was it was pretty good. But yeah, I was going to say the COVID kind of had a couple of people staying away. Because in the family, I know a couple of people that had it, and uh, I mean, hurt my feeling they had to stay away, but to keep from everybody else having it, that was yeah, it is what it is. So now we're waiting on New Year's to roll in here. Um, did you have many rounds? Did I have many rounds? Many people? No, we didn't really actually have a large group. Just my brother, he lives in Georgia, and they didn't come. But we did talk to him. Of course, I had my baby sister, mom, and people like that. So there was like six of us all together, and then we go to my dad's place, and it was nobody came to him, but it was him and his wife and his daughter. So three, it was five of us there. So I'll be right back. Hold on just a second. Hey. Yeah. In the UK, the government says you can have the max of three buddies. So three families around at once. Oh, everybody had to split up after the 25th. Yeah, okay. Now I know where you're trying to get at. No, we don't have that here in the USA right now. There's no limits that I'm aware of, but we had a big bombing went on Christmas Day here at Nashville, Tennessee. You might have seen that on the news. A camper went out and there at the. I heard about that. Yeah. That was about 2 hours away from me. Yeah, that's what they said. That there was some kind of recording device inside that told everybody to get away. That it had a bomb in it or something. I'm about 2 hours away from the where that happened. So, few people got injured, but it would have been a lot worse if they wouldn't have played the evacuation thing. So. That could have been real ugly real quick. But luckily they played the everybody evacuate, there's a bomb, so yeah, they do have this well, I don't know, they know who the suspect is. Yeah, they know who the suspect was. He was a 63-year-old man. Can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but they did give his name out, and they showed a picture of him. He was 63 years old, and I don't think he lived very far from that area. So, but yeah, coronavirus. It's on the rampage. I I still haven't figured out why the reason was. I really don't know. I still haven't figured that out. They were thinking that the AT&T Batman Tower was the target, and where he was from the Batman Tower, he was about a block away, 2 blocks away. He was on Second Avenue, and the Batman Tower is right downtown. So I mean, he was right beside it, but he still wasn't close enough. But I'm not. They're not sure if that was the actual target or not. They don't really know for sure. But as far as being under any kind of quarantine or how many people we can be around, I don't think we're under that yet. Yes, I believe that we should be I don't know if you know over in the UK, but New Year's Day up in the New York City, they had the big New Year's Day parade, and billions of people gathered around that to celebrate it. I don't celebrate it. New Year's Day is just another day to me. It's just a new year, right? So I don't know if they're going to have that or not this year. Quite honestly, I don't even remember if they. Yeah, I think they did have it last year because they didn't do the shutdown until April. Yeah, so does all this looting and rotting that's been going on around here too, right? That's a bad idea too. Um, I know back in the fall when we had the carnivals and stuff comes around, a lot of towns still had carnivals, and a lot of places did not because of the virus and stuff. Um, Nothing like that over there. Nah, you got that right. A lot of people don't take it serious. Um, this old virus and stuff, a lot of people don't take it serious. They really don't. And a lot of people still think it's a hop. A lot of people don't even believe that it even exists, but it does exist. Um, and it makes me paranoid because it's out there. Um, I may watch too much TV or something. That's part of my fault, but probably a good thing that I do watch it. Like Grey's Anatomy, Station 19, Chicago Fire, the TV shows and stuff, and they actually show most of these are in larger cities, and they show how the hospitals and stuff are, and it gets pretty, like, wow, really, you know. Um, Back in the summer, we went fishing a lot. We did a lot of fishing this summer. Um, we stayed our social distance, 6 foot. We was more like, I don't know, 25, 30 foot away from anybody. Where I went fishing at, there was like 5 or 6 people on a probably about a 600 yards. That's about 1,000 yards distance. Everybody was separated, so nobody was hovering over nobody out there, and that was a good thing. Um, but me and my wife, we don't even go to to our local food store. That's the only place we go to now. Uh, we wear a mask everywhere we go now, especially if we're going inside of a store. It still surprised me on the amount of people that comes in that does not have one on. Yeah. Well, that's the thing about it. Me and my wife, we pretty much got everything that we needed, so I didn't have to buy her nothing, and she didn't really buy me nothing. Um, and if we gave anybody anything, it would have been we gave out some money to the younger kids and stuff, but that's about all we did. You know, and I'm gonna say this, and yeah, that was nice. But I'm gonna say this, but I want to say this in the nicest way that I can. This coronavirus had came from China, Okay, so we're blaming China for this virus that we've got. I understand that part. But the part that I don't understand is we are still receiving items that are made from China and put on a boat and still shipped all over, even in the UK, here in the USA. You know, they're still getting China products. Well, if this virus came from China, well, chances are all the stuff that comes from China has a virus on it. Would it not? I mean, they say that the virus can live on surfaces for so many days. I mean, so you buy something, you got to really look at where you're buying it from, making sure that it's not from a China. Yeah, it's just so cheap to import it, but you know, if we get this virus and everybody's getting sick from it, should they not ban it? Should they not stop it? At least I can say one thing. I'm actually glad they came out with a vaccine. They actually came out with a vaccine. It all boils down to money. Amen on that. That's exactly right. It all boils down to the money. They've actually got a vaccine now for it. I don't know how well it's doing. I've been hearing different types of things about it. Uh, yeah, I'm in my 40s. I mean, I don't see me getting it either. Um, and I don't believe it. Somebody posted a thing on Facebook the other day. Of course, I don't believe everything I read. One of the people that got the vaccine is now eating human beings. I just don't see how that is happening. They said they locked down a hospital because people was coming out eating human beings. I just don't see that. I think that was just a joke or something. Yeah, the most vulnerable people. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. More of a silly Facebook thing. I don't, you know, like I say, you don't believe everything you read. So, um, I think the people that are getting the vaccine shots are people who have the shots, people who have been around people that has it. Um, it has been offered. All we got to do is go to the local health department and stuff and get one if we needed one. Hospitals even. But would I take it? No. I don't see the reason why I would. Um, and I can't really say that I won't do it because if I get around somebody that I know is sick and it has been tested positive with corona, I would do it to be on the safe side, so it doesn't affect me any more than what it already has. So that's a kind of hard question. That's kind of hard to determine right there. But me going right now and say, hey, y'all got that vaccine? Go ahead and get me one. Nah, I'm good. You know, me and my wife, we both um, we don't get around people first of all, and when we do get around people, it's people that we well know And even if you do know these people, you don't know who they had been around within the past 12 to 24 hours. You really just don't know. Um, so, but so far, knocked on wood, Christmas Day was the only day that I was with my family. Other than that, we've been here at the house. Um, my wife had to go to the doctor one day to get her medicine filled, and we was talking about how we were just staying at home, and she said that the doctor said that was the best thing, was to just stay at home, and if we do get out and we are around anybody, just wear your mask, and that's what we do, you know. Yeah, no need to go out if you don't have to. That's right. I mean, you don't have to stay cooped up in the house. No, you don't have to stay cooped up in the house. Like I said, we can go fishing and stuff as long as we're away from everybody. We can go hunting as long as we stay away from everybody. I got land and stuff we can hunt on too as well. Um, and my wife, she don't climb up in a tree, so there's nobody around me. You can get out and do stuff, but it's like what you're saying. If you don't got to go to Walmart, don't go to Walmart. If you ain't got to go to dollar store, don't go to dollar store. Avoid them areas as possible because, quite honestly, Christmas time was here. Everybody's trying to get that last minute Christmas shopping done, so you know that they was full. Now that Christmas is over with, everybody returning everything, trying to get their money back on it, and it's just not worth going right now. And then New Year's is coming up, so people's buying fireworks and getting ready to celebrate New Year's. I don't really celebrate New Year's. I'm usually in bed 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, so I'm not going to celebrate it. I'm not. Like I said, wake up New Year's Day, January 1st. Um, Technically, really, to me, just another same old day. I mean, really nothing special about it. To me, it ain't. I mean, some people it may be means a lot to them, but to me, it really don't mean anything. It just went from year 2020 into year 2021, and I hope that the year 2021 is going to be better, but I'm afraid it won't be. Yeah, exactly. You got that right. Just an excuse to get drunk. You got that right. You hit that right on the nail there, brother. I don't care too much about for all that stuff. I'm just gonna sit here at the house and sure, me and my wife we decided to go ahead and get drunk. We can go to the liquor store and get liquor and bring it back home and get drunk here at our own house. We can do that. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But at least we'll be at home. We ain't gonna be out at no bar room or over at some friend's house or at some gathering where they've done like New York City does. I'm kind of hoping they'll uh, suspend that this year. The New York parade. I really hope they stop that. I hope they don't do it. Because really, I mean, the New York parade. Have you ever seen the New York parade? Have you ever seen it? Man, I tell you what, that New York parade, Yeah, with the ball coming down at midnight. Yeah, and then that next day, well, that night, I mean, there's like billions of people out there. And then January 1st, it's like billions and billions of people out there. I mean, yeah, it's awful. I mean, and there's a lot of stuff that happens there that they don't actually show on TV. People getting robbed and mugged, and people getting hurt, and they don't show all that on TV. But you know, being in New York at a parade like that, I'm kind of hoping that's suspended. People be out there drinking and drunks, and my wife's cousin, she's actually a nurse practitioner, and her and her husband and two kids went. Oh, it's been about, I don't know, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 8 to 10 years ago, something like that. And they went up there to the New York for the ball drop and stuff. They actually enjoyed it, they said, but I don't see how they could. Not me, I couldn't enjoy it. I've got no use being up there. If I want to watch that ball drop, all I gotta do is go in there and turn the TV on and watch it. That's all I gotta do. Well, we first bought this house um, a year later. Our neighbors across the street invite us. Tennessee. I'm down here in Tennessee. Uh, but my neighbors and them, they invite us over that one night for New Year's Eve to hang out till the ball drop. Um, we went ahead and went over there. We stayed until the ball dropped. And we came on back home. But it wasn't nothing fancy. It wasn't nothing special. I didn't care too much for it, but so um so nah, it's just something I just don't want to do anymore. I just mm, but we didn't get around a whole lot of people on Christmas Day. Like I said, I went to my mom's house and her husband's, and went to my dad's house and his wife. Two different dinners. So wasn't that? I mean, the gathering right there means a lot. Yeah, good eating. That's right, good eating. It's not about Christmas. Is not to me. It's not about the gift as much as it used to be when I was a child. You couldn't move afterwards. Yep, that makes two of us, brother. Had to roll me upstairs. So, I haven't seen you out here in a while. I've been wondering where you been. There's several of y'all that used to come on here quite a bit, and I ain't seen none of y'all in a long time. I've been wondering how everybody that my followers and stuff, I've been wondering how everybody's been doing. Been trying to check in and see, make sure ain't nobody got the coronavirus and gotten down or whatever. Yeah, we've been playing some Super Mario Brother game. We've been playing some of that here on here lately, and my Super Mario Brother 3, I don't know what's going on with it. It decided it don't want to play anymore. But I still got my Super Mario Brother 1 here that I can play. And then, of course, I've been playing solitary card games, solitary, free sale, and spider solitary. What I've been doing. I'm playing World of Watercraft. ATM. To cheat. Never played it. Never really played it. I've got my tablet running, but it's so old that just when it gets hot like it is now, it doesn't want to focus and it don't want to do anything. It just wants to freeze up. Every time I try to do something, it freezes up on me, so can't really do nothing on that. And I don't think Warcraft, you can't play that on a Nintendo game. Nintendo was one of the first game systems that ever came out back in 1985. I am still shooting to get me I was wanting a gaming PC, but I'm actually probably going to get a Xbox X. I have just got a regular old Nintendo system, just a regular old 1985 Nintendo system. We had Thanksgiving dinner 3 days after Thanksgiving. My refrigerator went out. So I had to, really, time for an upgrade. So I had to go and get me another refrigerator. Put it in because my old one went completely out. I've had it for probably 30 years almost. About 20 years. I had the old refrigerator for about 20 years. And it went out. And then two weeks ago, 3 weeks ago today, I believe it was, on a Monday, the week before Christmas, I woke up, I was cold one morning. Like, what? Because I tell you, I've got a central heat air unit outside, and my heat unit runs off of gas. So I woke up, I was cold. Why is it so cold in my house for? Look, thermostat says 45 degrees in the house. I usually keep it 65. It's too cold in here. So I called the gas company, and the gas company said that everything was fine with the gas. A lot of times when it gets cold, a lot of people use a lot of gas, and I didn't know if they had a gas leak or what. So they came and checked my gas meter out, and everything was good. And I had to find a contractor who would come out and look at my central heat unit and Sure enough, he popped the top off, and my air conditioner unit outside is a 1986. So that's an old unit, a 1986 unit. The heat burners inside of it was fried. All the heat elements and stuff inside there was toasted. No good. So it was going to be it's going to cost $3,700 and some change. So you might as well say $4,000 to get it fixed. Nah, I'm not going to pay that $4,000 to get it fixed right now. Money's too tight right now. So but I've got a gas fireplace in the house that I did not have any. I've never used it. I've never used it in my life since we owned the house, but it runs off of gas. And I took it all apart and cleaned it out real good and put it back together and stuck it back in there. And she works. And that's what we're using to keep the house nice and toasty in here today. No, it was the heat that went out. So yeah, I need my heat. The air conditioner's still fine on the unit, but my heat went out. And like yesterday, like 2 days ago when it was down in the 30 degrees for the daytime highs, so and it was cold outside. But I got my gas fireplace going, and so it stayed every bit of 68 degrees in here. So it stayed nice in here. So can't complain there. So, but summertime gets here. When I get my money built back up a little bit, maybe I will go and get it replaced. Here where I am, the answer is no. We have got no snow, but East Tennessee up in the mountains, I think they've got 12 inches up there. But we've got none here in the West Tennessee. We have not got none. A lot of places all around us have got them. Indiana got it. Illinois has got it. Colorado has got it. Minnesota has got it. New York has got it. A lot of places have done got it, but we've got very cold temperatures, but we've got no snow and no ice right now. That's the only thing I miss about truck driving over the road, and actually I really don't miss it at all, to be honest with you, but I do miss the snow a little bit. Go into one state and it starts snowing and you'll start seeing it everywhere, and by that evening you're in another state and it's just going to be cold, but there's no snow nowhere around. That's the deal about truck driving. We've gotten, right here at my house, we've got a small fine dust of snow right after Thanksgiving, but it was a small, very small amount. I mean, you couldn't even see it really. If you were looking, you'd just see it, but it didn't even stick to the ground. I mean, it was just so fine that it like I said, you couldn't tell it. It melted off faster than it hit the ground. So. That's the way it is here where I'm at. We don't hardly ever see, I mean, we do see some snow, but hardly ever. We have more floods here than we do anywhere. River rises and gets out, it floods. Settled in the UK was in 2010. Well, don't speak too soon, brother, because it may come a big hurricane up, big snowstorm up there. next month or so. So I wouldn't speak too soon. So winter time is just now starting. But we don't hardly ever get any snow down here though. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock over there. So yeah, yeah. I hope you get to come back and see me some more often. I've been missing you, brother. So I hope you come back pretty soon. Like I said, I've been missing y'all, and but you take care of yourself and you come on back and see me. Later, tater. All right. There's later, tater. There's see you later, alligator, and all that good stuff. So, anybody else out there? Alrighty, guys and girls, I am going to go ahead and end this live stream for tonight. Been on here long enough, I think. Been on here almost an hour. Appreciate y'all being with me tonight, and we will catch y'all tomorrow night. Appreciate y'all.